I will see you tomorrow night as well. Bye-bye.
All right, Evil Smurf.
Evil Smurf?
Evil Smurf needs a tie tutorial.
What? Cam is the best person for... Oh, we have a bin.
Do we have a bin?
Tied, etc.
Okay.
All right.
Can I show how I tie?
I'll like upload this or whatever, chat. But
Look.
that's sort of what I look like.
MySpace shot.
Damn it. Bus cam?
Probably.
Durver Kerm.
I'm just gonna stand here.
Oh no! Engineering's in the room. Durver Kerm.
What is that?
Nope. There we go.
There you go.
MySpace shot. You guys asked for it?
I delivered.
Nice.
There we go.
Sometimes I like to do in camera.
All right. Can we go to room cam?
I guess we can.
Because he's
All
got to.
right.
Cam's got to be
Evil
close.
More duck face.
First off,
I know.
you have to figure out.
Wait.
No, it's weird. I don't know why. I don't know why. Just cut a couple times. Again.
What?
Cut once more. Now room. Cut. There we go. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why
Evil
it's doing
Smurf, are you here?
Do you want to take it off
Sound off.
swap mode?
Swap.
What?
That might
Swap.
help.
Swap mode. That'll probably fix it.
Curved.
I take off the stupid.
Instead of tie the quap. Yeah, let's go to Cam. Woo! Okay, show him how to tie a tie.
All right.
Useful life skills here.
First off, it depends on the width and thickness of your tie.
Ooh.
So
Question:
depending
Are
on-
we doing single or double Windsor?
That'll depend.
What's the difference?
I vote
Okay.
full Windsor.
It depends on what kind of color your shirt has, what kind of tie you're using, and your neck and body type. So let's start off with a very simple forehand. So what you do, take it uneven. You don't need a lot of playroom for a forehand. So you can make it reasonably even, but you want it longer on one side, the thick side. Take it, cross over, under through, pull up. Like that. Take it, under around,
What?
like so.
Are you a wizard?
Back around, up through,
Wow.
down in, even it out.
No? Alright.
It's not done yet. Now it's done.
That's
Yeah.
forehand.
Yay!
All right. This is generally what you want to use.
Always been a big fan.
Forehand, simple.
One of your
also,
favorite
you can
knots.
just pull it apart.
Because I'll leave that one alone.
The ladies love that one.
Are you a sorcerer?
Yup.
Okay.
Come on, chat. Do you even tie?
I think Cam does
next up,
tie.
we can do like a half
ties.
Windsor, which is mainly worn by
Ooh,
pimps
ooh.
and cads.
Cam, after
Yeah?
you've done that, can you show us how to use it as a garrote?
That's his
Yeah,
finishing
sure.
move.
His finisher is classy tie garrote.
So a half Windsor, you take it. Actually, I should probably slow this down a little bit. Over, under, again, through, and up, down, around, back up through. The Windsor gives you kind of a very fat, symmetrical knot, which is okay if you've got a thin tie, but generally you have to be real careful with it. Look, I've done it wrong because I've got a big fat neck. So
False.
true.
False.
False.
What are you, 17?
Everybody else, false.
15 and a
False.
half.
Oh, see, I'm like a 16 and a half.
All
I
right.
think I'm a 16.
No,
He
that.
has a very shapely neck.
Yeah.
Fat neck.
I have a fat neck.
I'm
Man,
kidding.
I could choke that all day.
It's okay.
Wait,
Back
Alex,
through. Okay, here we
You're
go.
on camera.
Just remember.
I like the only
This is a
person
children's
who
thing.
responded to that negatively.
tell that to Kathleen.
We don't talk about what
Hey, if
happened.
he's choking other people on his spare time.
That's up to him and him alone.
Yeah.
In my mouth with Africa. Wait, what?
All right. So this is a Windsor, kind
Just
of.
my face photos.
Yes,
No.
necks have sizes.
Is that like the measurement in inches?
Yeah.
Whoa, someone says if you use a 20, that
Oh
wins.
my goodness.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay,
Are
so
you
this is a
actually-
Windsor, right? Generally, you want to examine the spread on your collar. A lot of newer shirts you buy at the mall will have a collar that spreads pretty much straight out sideways. And for that, you want a broader knot, like the Windsor knot. If it comes down, like nearer to the placket on your shirt, you want a narrower knot like the forehand. because it needs to like bridge that gap. Like if you've seen the new Sherlock, you know Moriarty when he wears that tie at the swimming pool and he's got the broad collar on his shirt and the tiny little knot, looks weird. You have to know what you're doing to pull that off, which he does. But for the novice, ooh. All right.
Well, the idea is that a double Windsor looks very formal because it is very ornate.
Oh yeah, and it's huge.
Yes, exactly.
Right? You'll notice the Royals, the actual Windsors, they wear four-in-hands. Trust them. And then
that's an interesting fact.
Yeah.
when you're done, in order to prevent the wrinkling due to like all the knots and stuff and your neck gets sweaty, take it, fold it in half, and then you roll it for storage.
Now, it
To
should
prevent
be
wrinkling.
It should be mentioned that Cam is the best dressed member of anybody in Desert.
Hands down, like there's not even a discussion to be had.
Well, it's funny. I was actually talking to Andrew, and he was saying he's like, I showed up on day 1, and I was like, man, that guy dresses nice. And then I showed up on day 2, and I was like, man, the guy's still dressed really nice. And then I showed up on Cam's shift, and I was like, oh my god, everyone's dressed really nice.
And then today, I wore like a printed tee.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what?
It makes you
Still.
still look really,
But
really nice.
look at the jeans and the boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still
Yeah.
works.
College.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just
And
what
this
he
is a David
does.
Lynch t-shirt.
And the glasses Kathleen picked out, which are
Ooh,
lovely.
ladies.
Yeah, and of course, today was the day that I approached you to take your photo when you were dressed
I
out.
feel as though
Oh, yeah, tomorrow I'll actually shave because I didn't today.
it looks
Nice.
fine.
I'm all scruffy and
I,
buffs.
I
Can I have
think
a go?
Cam
Yeah,
is what,
exactly.
is
Okay.
what hipsters wish
sorry.
they could
I got
dress
one
like.
more because nobody wears this knot ever. It goes by a couple different names.
This is the first time it's ever been tied.
No, it's
He's a Freemason.
yes.
This is the secret tie.
This is the Mason knot.
Okay, okay. I learned this
Just
knot
to the internet.
based on my
Careful,
my
James
father
already in trouble.
had a newspaper article in a bathroom cabinet that was like pinned to the or like taped to the inside, and I said, how do you tie a tie? And he's been doing this all the time. And he's like, just go look in the bathroom, you'll figure it out. And so he sent me to the bathroom to go tie my tie. And what I picked or what he had on the thing was something called the Shelby knot, and it's ridiculous because if you look at this, you'll see that I don't have it the right way around. You start backwards. Now let me show you. You start with the length where you want the little end to end up because it's not going to do much movement. So you take that, you get that right where you want it. So now, let's see if I can remember how to do this properly.
Can you move back a tiny bit, Beej?
Just a
I
tiny
just
bit.
want you in
Okay.
focus.
So fat end goes underneath, right? Underneath. Make sure that the seams are facing out. Now fat end up and around like that. You might think, okay, well it's still not finishing right. But I've got the outside on there. So you take this side, right, from underneath. You take it so that the seam goes underneath and around. Oh, we're almost done. Underneath again. Oh, finished right side out. So now you take that right side out, open that little hole just a little bit, pull it through, and you have an extremely small knot that you can do with your eyes closed. This is not something you do to impress somebody. Like, Cam's knots are impressive. My knot is just purely functional. Nobody will ever know or care except me.
Sweet.
Oh, and Alex?
Oh, see, that's sweet.
Oh god.
This is the garrote, which is handy because the silk is very strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was Tie Talk with Cameron Lauder.
Then there's the last
Are you
knot.
gonna help me move this one?
No, just
Just
figure it
drag
out,
them on.
volunteer.
Just make it disappear.
Site manager.
Make me do all these work.
I like this one.
The
This is
last
my particular
isotope
favorite.
is a new one that is also mainly the knot of pimps and cads. You take it, you tie it like you're doing a four-in-hand, right? So, but this might be a date knot because it's kind of loose. It's kind of fun. Over, under, up, down, around like a four-in-hand, and secret tech time. Around again.
I never did trust Cam.
Full Windsor? This I've heard referred to by a couple of things. Usually very derogatory names.
Good lord.
The one I like
Sorry.
is the Prince
We're
Albert.
doing
Oh,
Cam is teaching us fashion.
and
Just my ties,
assassination.
actually.
And it looks like a four-in-hand, but it's
Fashion
like
sashes.
got,
hell is wrong with you?
got
Yeah,
breadth.
maybe don't do that.
I hit him.
It's my ball now.
What?
You got
Good
One
answer.
and the last
So why the
rule.
forehand, or why the larger knot?
I think you have a
If you've got like a narrow neck, or you want to wear like your shirt open,
Yes.
it can look good. It's very kind of like Ivy League slouchy.
Okay.
So, also if you don't just want like a tiny little knot, which a forehand can do, so if you've got like if you've got a broader tie that's made out of thin silk, then it can look good.
Did you learn Dale's trick, the theater thing of doing that
Oh,
in like
where you take,
twice,
like-
10
Oh.
seconds?
Yeah, here, where's the...
It's so cool. No, it's where you just do it over your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't, I can't remember how it went, but it's really cool. We should ask Dale.
Front hand and backhand tie.
Yeah, dear Dr. Ken,
There we go.
how did you get so stylish?
It was a long process because I used to be a slob.
No, I can't remember how to do it.
And one day I just decided, you know what? You only do this once. You might as well look good. So, yeah. I don't dress up to particularly impress anyone. I dress up because I like how it makes me look and feel.
All right, do you have any good style resources for us, Dr. Stylish Can?
Look at the people look at people who dress well and just figure out what they're doing. But the one only important lesson, the most important lesson to dressing well, is be comfortable in it. If you go out and you get like dressed up by somebody and you take your friends along and they tell you what to do and what to wear, and you go around looking like somebody else dressed you up, then you'll look like you're in costume. You have to like pick it off the rack yourself, develop your own style, wear it with confidence, own it, inhabit it, don't wear it, and it will be you. Otherwise, it's just like you're a Ken doll. Or a Barbie doll.
Or a cam doll.
Or a Cam doll. And you know what they say about Ken dolls? Smooth and featureless downstairs. You don't want that.
Like that, Lord of the Froze, except with less YOLO.
Yes, with no YOLO.
Bon sequitur, I was going to get into that actually. Those can be worn, again, only with confidence. You really have to own it if you're going to try wearing a fedora.
Yeah. Fedora, you have to...
That should be like the last step.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
It's the
that's
garnish,
definitely the
basically.
case.
Yeah, you don't say I want to look dapper, so I'm gonna go buy a fedora and put that on my head, and hooray! Now me and my black trench coat and my musky, unshaven face, and it's like no,
My childhood.
clean up, look good, then put that fedora on.
Yeah. It generally it doesn't make you look like Indiana
sword
Jones.
face.
Generally, a fedora makes you look like somebody who's like
Trying
Just-
to look like Indiana Jones.
it makes you look like a dude whose fan fiction of He-Man got slammed.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Like that.
Oh, I saw a question in the thread which was advice for perhaps a larger sized gentleman who wants to look stylish and classy. I used to be a larger sized lady, and the important thing is don't buy into trends, because lots of things are trendy and most of those things are unflattering unless you look like Pika, like to be completely honest, which is like 17 and like incredibly thin. So wear things that are stylish, not trendy, and fashionable, and only wear things that look good on you. If you look better in, like, well, this is a women's example, I can't really talk to men, but if you don't look good in low-cut pants because they make your gut hang out, but low-rise pants are popular, which they were for many years, just don't wear them and wear longer shirts over top to hide the fact that you are wearing higher-cut jeans.
They'll stop being popular again.
They'll stop being popular again, but you will always look good in your photos.
Someone
Yeah.
mentioned with... Oh, go ahead.
No matter what size you are, buy clothes that fit. And like I used to be a bigger dude, like a significantly bigger dude, and I thought like I could hide it by wearing like big bulky clothes and like not tucking in my shirt. Nobody's fooled.
Someone mentioned going to a professional haberdasher if you are going to get a hat. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree with that. Get your hat properly sized. This hat actually came completely unbashed when I bought it. It was fully rounded on
Wait,
the top.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unbashed.
you can
So that is a
Sweaters and
phrase
vests
that
are key, says someone.
Sorry.
Ian, I'm learning a new lingo here. Bashing is the process by which the indentation is
By
made?
which you form your hat, yes. So I took this hat, steamed it for about 30 seconds. Actually, days before I met you guys, or no, hours before I met you guys at the Calgary Comic Expo.
I remember that, yeah.
So are you trying to tell me that all hats of that style start out perfectly round.
Yeah, and the cheaper ones are done at a factory with the mold, and the better ones are done by yourself at home.
Marvelous.
Milliners are people
Super
too.
DIY.
Yes. Yeah. No, we cannot have pictures of bigger cam.
No.
Because
I
they're
believe they've been paved.
Yeah, there's no pictures of bigger cam or bigger Kathleen anywhere on the
I
internet.
think there was an orbital strike.
Yep.
That's not a hat.
They never
Well,
happen.
that's not a hat at all.
That's not for wigs.
Yeah. Oh,
That's for
this
over
is
here.
this is good advice for girls. I know that guys tend to dress larger to hide their size. Girls tend to dress smaller because they feel bad about looking at their clothing labels. Doesn't matter. Nobody else can see the label except you. So if you are looking at a certain type of shirt and a medium is the correct fit for you, but normally you get a small, just buy the medium. Nobody cares. Tear out the tag and you probably won't remember.
There's also so much variance.
There's so
Yeah.
much variance
Oh
in
my
size
God.
and style.
Also, there's a lot of vanity sizing. So, like, I mean, I think, like, if I go to, like,
extra larges that are this size.
yeah, if
Yeah.
I go to, like, Banana Republic or The Gap, like, I wear an extra small,
Ugh, yeah, the Gap is terrible.
and that's,
For
like, the smallest thing they sell, and it's still kind of big on me.
For many, many years, men's pants were always sized exactly what they were sized. Right?
Yeah.
It was 38 inches around, that's what it was. That is no longer the case. They
Yeah.
are now vanity sized, which makes no sense because it's a number. It's 38 to mean 38 inches. It's like, nope, now 38 is a number like women's clothes.
That's why I've been buying men's pants. Because
Yeah.
they're honest.
And
Yeah,
they've ruined
no.
that.
And they have and they have pockets.
yeah, they have,
pockets,
actual functional
yeah.
pockets, yes.
Yeah, mainly the key for men's fashion is inhabit it, own it, be comfortable. Look at people who are doing things successfully, really. Look at people who are like, you. Look at the,
Except for Gabe Newell.
yeah.
No.
Look at people who look good. Like, check out fashion blogs just to see what you like, because there's all kinds of insane stuff that people wear. Mm-hmm. And that's fun, but...
You're not going to like the answer to that question.
Somebody asked how we went from Big Cam and Big Kathleen to Cam and Kathleen.
Wait, I know the answer. It's a secret special amazing diet called...
Hey, do you know how I can do this for half an hour and not get tired? It's because I exercise all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
I go-
exercise and eating better.
Yeah, I go running. I don't eat garbage anymore.
But you used to make such
Sometimes.
a fucking raccoons.
We could we need to start a podcast, is what it is.
Yeah.
Just
I-
do a podcast.
You have to eat right
'Cause I would
and
love to talk about cooking.
exercise.
We need to come back tomorrow
The
and teach
secret-
these people how to shave.
The secret
Yeah.
is legitimately exercise and eating better.
And you can still eat bad stuff
Yeah.
sometimes.
Why do you
It's
think I have a
not-
Nike Fuel Band?
It's,
What do you think we've been eating all week?
the thing is,
Although
it's-
everyone loses weight during Desert Bus because of all the
But
dance.
that's exactly the point. You
Yeah.
can still we can still fill ourselves with cream, but we get exercise to
Yeah.
counteract.
See, this is something I'll agree on because there's
Cream.
no secret tech to it at all. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
in great shape, but I at least recognize that, all the junk that shows up on TV, it's just like this amazing super electronic pill that's gonna make you shed pounds like you're being shot to pieces by an ice cream
Kapoor
scoop.
says, but dear Dr. Cam and Kathleen,
Doesn't
I
work.
can't eat fruits or veggies. I gag and I nearly throw up.
What?
Hey, here's the thing.
Can you cook them and eat them?
Yeah, you can, you know what? This is something I made, when I turned about 22, I decided that all the foods I didn't like eating was a childish thing, and I just said, I'm going to try them again with a fresh perspective, and it turned out I like tomatoes and vegetables and all sorts of things.
Broccoli is legit.
Broccoli is super
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah,
It's
broccoli-
delicious.
Broccoli's so good.
So it's
Asparagus.
maybe the advice is if you have a food you don't like, then once a year make yourself try it and see if your opinion has changed.
But larger
Yeah.
than that, I also wanted. This is an epidemic I've noticed amongst this continent of people shoveling food into their mouths just as an act of feeding, rather than taking the time to take some time to
Yeah.
actually learn how to taste.
I'm
and-
bad at that because I'm very busy and I crave efficiency.
Yeah, well,
and so I'm like, food time.
And I find myself
back to
that way
work.
too.
And then
But you
I
can
don't
get
chew enough.
you can still do that. But one thing that I learned to do when I went vegetarian a few years ago was that when I got hungry, I started interrogating my hunger, like actually going like okay, I'm hungry obviously, so I need calories, but what is my body wanting, right? And you can kind of run through a list of things like, do I want a salad? Do I want like dark greens? Do I want like broccoli? Do I want any of this stuff? And your hunger cravings are generally like a nutritional thing, like your body starts to associate certain nutrients with flavors. So that's one way you can kind of tailor your dietary intake to precisely what your body wants.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, like when you crave salt, that's an iron thing.
I have another one is that if you go for a while without eating a bunch of crap like pop and chips and stuff, you stop desiring them as much.
Yeah, and they start to taste really bad.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If you taste them fresh instead of what your brain expects, it's like, oh wait, this is what's really gonna. Oh, it's a little weird.
Yeah. As for the fashion blogs I read, somebody asked about, there's a couple I really like. One is called Nerd Boyfriend. He doesn't update very often anymore, but I enjoy. It's got like pictures of like Jim Henson and like, you know, just people dressed up very like celebrities dressed up very unassumingly and casually, but they look good in it because they can afford to dress well and they have like generally good senses and
Thrift shops.
Thrift shops are a lot of fun.
A fantastic way to get good clothing.
If you want just like solid advice on how to dress like conservatively and like very technical advice, there's a really good blog that I like called A Suitable Wardrobe, and like his price point is insane, but like he will tell you what shirts to wear, what kind of colors to wear, what looks bad, what's a bad idea, what like the classical rules are, and that's great, just basic advice.
Can I just briefly interject? Is that true that Matt is going to Twilight right now?
Yep.
He made a bet, and the chat
And
said,
he
"Will you
lost.
bet?" And they made him do it.
Also, can I interject and say, over 10 minutes left only.
Ah, yes.
To-
Let's tease that again.
Yeah, we should. I don't know if this went out on the Twitter. We got to do that. I got to check that.
Oh boy, do we have a donation drive for people who like Magic the Gathering.
And you can read in Chinese.
Yep.
Well, you don't have to. I mean,
That
So,
did not get tweeted.
We are fetching forth this item
Tweeting it now.
of a Szechuan level of spiciness.
Get it?
Which we're going to, yeah, see, because it's Chinese.
I think you showed up.
Oh, yes. I was looking at chat people saying, I don't like vegetables, I don't like the texture of vegetables, blah, blah, blah. And texture is an important food thing.
Go ahead.
But I find that a lot of people tend to have expectations, and myself included, because I did not eat very well when I was a child, which also contributed to being a large Kathleen, about what food is going to be looking like. And when I started cooking for myself, and it was it was an adjustment period. But eventually, if you start eating real food, that you will find that you do prefer it more. And you're like, oh, this is gross and slimy, then eat your vegetables raw. Or just cook them very briefly in boiling water, and then put them in cold water to blanch them. Serve them with salt and pepper or flavorful spices if you don't like the flavor of them. I find a huge thing that really changes the way that you think about vegetables is how many of them you eat. So I will talk about that after I show off these world weight cards. Can I get Driver Cream?
So, to remind the chat, this is the entire set, every card from the expansion of World Wake.
I've got the strangest Hedron right now.
Yeah.
The beautiful land.
Chinese. So this includes Jace the Mind Sculptor, Stoneforge Mystic, all 5 man lands.
Do we have Hedron Crab in this expansion?
Hedron Crab.
Yes.
Yay!
Yep. Hedron
He's
Crab
he's a bomb in Pack Wars.
He's pretty bananas.
Comes with all the tokens. All the tokens.
What are the other like chase commons, uncommons? Like there's Core Firewalker.
Yeah, Core Firewalker is a good one. I can't remember off the top of my head. Ooh, there's Razor Boomerang in this.
No.
A Chinese Razor Boomerang. Like the worst card ever printed.
That sounds
It's in the same set.
That would be Sorrel's Path.
Is
No, I don't know, man.
Obs Nihilus in here?
Obnixilis?
Obnixilis?
Feel like
Oh
it.
yeah. He totally.
Big Albor.
No, is he in?
This is the one that introduced Landfall, wasn't it?
No, Landfall was Zendikar.
Yeah.
I think Obnixilis
This
is
was
Zendikar.
multi-kicker.
There you go.
Oh, right.
Oh, so this must have Uraga War Priest. Or no, the elf guy who gets gigantic.
Oh, Uraga Warcaller.
That's the one.
Find Big J.
I'm looking for Big J.
Big Daddy J.
Big Papa J.
Gonna put another punk planeswalker in his place.
What does Big Papa J read out right now in Chinese?
It's hard to find in Chinese.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got this little lady here. Very.
Ooh, Colostra Highborn.
Colostra Highborn. Oh, I remember my really, really, really legit solid vampire standard deck. And she was still illegal. And who's this?
Big J.
Big J.
We love you, Jace.
Big J.
Oh, is that Brainstorm for Zero?
Yeah, yep.
Star City does not currently have a Chinese version to sell, so I don't know how much it's worth.
It'll be more than the regular
10
one.
gazillion space.
So
balls.
Jace alone is worth at least $100.
Oh yeah.
How
Wow.
spicy.
So he's probably about 120 or so.
He is very spicy. Everything in this lot is a lot.
This is just like eating 2
To be
Mount
honest with you,
Valkyrie.
just the full bleed land from the Zendikar block is worth money.
Yeah, they're going for a few bucks a shot now.
Yeah, they're like usually about $2 each.
Huh.
And this is a complete set. This is a play set of the land.
In my current standard deck, the most expensive cards are the foil Veronique Mignot Islands and Mountains.
Mm-hmm. Well, those are the ones from...
While it's on driver cam. Rob, I can't believe. Ugh. Rob Reynolds, you remember Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wants me to lick your wig.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh. Ah, thank you.
What did we learn?
Tastes like a Chinese razor boomerang.
Do not take bets from the chat.
Nice.
No.
If you like that, donate.
You better donate for that, Rob.
Also,
True.
pro tip: if you want good deals on English cards, go to Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Basically,
They're
my
all
opinion
like
of hats
$3 or $4 cheaper than Japan.
is they aren't really. They're a thing you wore outside to keep your head warm.
Not just that wear them outside, only wear them outside.
Yeah. Do you remember?
A gentleman,
Was it the first episode of Mad Men, where what's his name is basically like sexually harassing a secretary in the elevator?
Could be any episode.
And
Yes.
the main character is listening to it and getting like really uncomfortable and annoyed, and he just goes up to him because there's no like acceptable way for him to tell him to back off, and he just goes up to him and says, "Take your goddamn hat off, we're inside."
A gentleman always removes his hat inside. We have an exception because well,
Yay.
theater.
Theater. That's how you have to pronounce it. Theater.
Endmasters. Oh, I have a suggestion, Endmaster64, for your soda replacement thing. Try sparkling water. Not even kidding. I
Soda
swear
stream.
by my soda stream. I drink so much water because of that.
You want a little flavor? Splash some lemon juice.
Yeah, make your own lemon lime soda at home.
Herman Schroeder.
You can buy like cheap syrups if you still want soda. It's way cheaper. Oh my god, yes, Dick. Something that also seems healthy but is a trap is juice.
Yep.
Yes, yes,
I fell
yes.
for that.
Yeah,
Oh
juice.
my God, juice
A
is-
lot of like commercial juice is loaded with sugar,
Yeah, like,
and
check the
also
label,
a
for
lot
goodness
of the
Yeah.
like fruit is great. Like eat fruit.
Full of fiber and vegetables.
Yes. However, all of the fiber in fruit goes away when you make juice, and you just get like the sugar.
All in the skin.
Yes.
Just
Make sure
like
to check the label. You want 100% juice, not 50% like corn syrup.
yeah,
Well, what's-
like if you want juice, just eat the orange because you get all the fiber and you still get all the water.
That and
Right.
most fruit juice is about 70% pear juice anyway.
Yeah, and
Very
also a lot of
delicious.
like commercial juices. Which fruit they use to make those is the stuff that's basically rotten.
Glad the chat seems to be responding to this.
It's funny because
This is really awesome.
Yeah.
I think we're helping some
in
people.
Canada we don't use HFCS in anything, and in fact,
Because
if you-
HFCS is stupid.
yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
That's not a
tasty,
thing here.
tasty poison.
High
So-
fructose corn roll.
So we use so I drank Sunripe juice because it was like, and I drank like the 100% full juice kind of deal because it's like, oh yeah, there's like a serving of vegetables or two serving of vegetables and whatever, you buy the mixes and stuff because they actually made a vegetable fruit juice and it was delicious, and I drank 2 liters of that a day, and when I was 215 pounds, my dietitian said to me, "Wow, you are slowly killing yourself, and you're gonna." And I had a whole heart attack issue thing that was. I didn't actually have a heart attack, but it was going to happen. 2 years
He was
ago,
like, I can help you kill yourself much faster, kid.
Exactly. 2 years ago, it should have happened. It did not, because after they said get off of all this crap, juice is one of those things that when you drink it, she says you're drinking your calories, and never ever ever drink your calories. Always eat your calories.
Yeah, like if you okay.
Even if it's 100% fruit juice, it's still not good for you because there's no fiber in it.
Also beer, that's correct. Dick's, I replaced all my soda intake, like cola and pop and iced tea and stuff with water, but then occasionally a beer, because if you're gonna have something that's not great for you,
might as well be something awesome.
Yeah, beer is better for you than soda is.
On the topic of beer, get off of the Budweiser and off the Coors. Start drinking some more homebrew if you can, or microbrew. You'll actually end up drinking less of it anyway.
Generally, for
This
weather
came up
stuff
naturally, like all
maker,
things, it doesn't mix.
a lot of men's fashion, depending on what you're doing, is actually like wool. Like this sweater isn't, because this is just like a cheap Gap sweater, and this is cotton, so it's actually. But like the name for a sweater is a knit, because it's wool and they're warm, they're thin, they're light, but they're still like they insulate. And mainly all I'm doing is really kind of like a prep school thing most of the time, like shirt, tie, sweater, and then like a pair of slacks.
Let's go examine this net.
How healthy is yogurt? Yogurt is very, very healthy.
Yeah.
It is full of protein, and if you get unsweetened, it's very good for you. Oh, for goodness sakes, our internet is slow. But I just...
I'm not really certain what to do about if you're in a wheelchair.
Desert Bus for Health.
Sonic Wolf. Like I don't know. I've never had to deal with a physical disability, so like the general advice would still stand. Just like finding things that fit is tricky. I don't really know where to go with that. Sorry.
Just briefly, Kelly's taking off. Everyone,
Bye,
say
Kelly.
bye, Kelly.
Bye, Kelly.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Kelly's been working like a madman upstairs, getting all the blog going. And my goodness, it's so nice to just come in and be like, oh, and there's stuff on the blog.
Yeah, it's all done until something happens.
Like, basically,
the only difference is that you're seated.
Later.
Fruit nectar is no better. Nectar, sugar.
Yeah, like drink water, and I know it's hard. Like I used to just like guzzle pop,
Yeah,
right?
me
And I'd be
too.
sitting like around a D&D table, like crushing a deuce of Pepsi, going like,
Water's
man,
legit.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
like when are girls gonna like me? Glug 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 belch. And just like stop it. It will kill you slowly.
Yeah.
It's tasty poison, and it sucks to get off it because it tastes so good.
Now we still play D&D, but we just absolutely destroy a soda stream.
Yeah. You gotta power through it. And like if you just cut it out for a week,
that's over.
You start to taste like a lot of other food starts to taste very sweet.
All right, Kathleen's gonna give you drop some more science on.
I'm gonna drop some science on you. This is people are like juice. Juice is healthy. Juice is like juice is fine, but we all agree that Coca-Cola is unhealthy. 8 fluid ounces of Coca-Cola has 97 calories and 27 grams of carbohydrates, 0 grams of fiber, 0 grams of protein. Protein is what makes you full in food. That's why yogurt is really good for you, because it is very filling. It's full of protein, which sticks around a long time. So that's Coke. So 97 calories, 27 grams of carbs.
Oh, coffee is fine.
Oh yeah.
Coffee is legit.
Don't get me
Put
started
coffee
on that.
Okay,
put coffee in me.
8 ounces of orange juice, 122 calories, 30.3 grams of carbs, 29 and a half of which is sugar.
Yeah,
These are
so the same amount of orange juice has more sugar than Coke. Coke, which is basically syrup.
The something else to think about too, because when I was trying to, and I still haven't lost the weight I need to lose, and I've kind of been going up and down a bit. But the one thing that did work for me is because I knew I had to change my lifestyles. I said, okay, I need to find one thing I can give up right now today, and so that was fried foods. So I gave it French fries, and I said that's the one thing I'm going to go for 2 weeks not eating for any French fries. I'm going to eat anything else that I want to eat, but I'm not going to eat French fries for 2 weeks. And then when I got to the end of that 2 weeks, I said, okay, what's the other thing I can give up? I'm going to give it pop. So now I've put 2 on top of it. Don't make yourself, you don't have to make it a race. It's a marathon. So say, I can't give up everything at once. Give up one thing and do it for 2 weeks and then say, okay, now I'm going to give up another thing, and then you adjust, because then you'll learn how to make all the other things.
And then see, am I missing this? What,
Exactly. And to add to that, if you decide one day, oh, I really want to pop, and you have it, don't kick yourself over it.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah. Just be like, I fell off the wagon, get back to not drinking it later.
There is no wagon.
Yeah. Well, there is no wagon.
It's just your life.
Do
Well,
not Do not get in.
No,
Oh, and weird. Somebody mentioned Mio. I just want to say this really quick. Mio in the States has a lot of propylene glycol in it. Mio in Canada has no propylene glycol in it. So I don't know what the hell's up, guys.
What's a Mio?
Mio is these little squirty things you put in your water. They're really good, and they're like 0 calorie, and they flavor your water. So if you want to use that to get off of pop, that or Crystal Light is not a bad way to do it. But know what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, no, that's
This has been fascinating and
we need to draw
and
for
educational. But I need to give someone magic cards.
Oh boy,
Okay.
somebody! Oh wow!
All right.
Oh
All right.
man!
This is the straight cash. Right? What's going on right here?
Somebody gonna get
All right.
magic cards up in here.
Oh yes.
So the $12 entries are in, and the winner of Alex's giveaway item, the complete set of World Wake in Chinese.
All of it.
All of it in Chinese,
Including
is... Oh, he's gonna be excited. Admiral Mamo.
Congratulations.
Someone we've seen in the chat a lot and who I know loves the magics. There he is.
Graham, how
he says.
many dollar bills did that raise?
I'm about to find out exactly how many dollar bills that raised. That raised almost that raised almost $1,800.
Actually, that raised America dollars. That raised 1776.
1776.
Admiral
for the children.
Admiral Miller, go ahead and promote yourself to Fleet Admiral.
Now, you see, I was going to try and squeeze the chat to get us to a derp line at 315K, but we're kind of getting there pretty ably already.
Hey, Alex, do you want me to help you get there faster?
Absolutely.
$5 and what's a derpy number?
Threventy.
Threventy?
Well, a real derpy number.
Texas with a $sign.
A $5.37 challenge to
Deal.
win our other 2 signed copies of Fallout New Vegas, signed by the entire
Holy
development
crap.
team at
Fallout New
Obsidian.
Vegas.
Matt just tweeted a picture of the opening titles of Twilight.
Look at that.
Taken in the theater.
That poor man.
We have PS3 and 360 here. You could win one. Even if you've already played Fallout New Vegas, this is a fabulous collector's item that you can win for $5.37. Jeez. And propel us towards Derp Line?
Even better.
Yeah, I think we can do a derp line at 315.
All right, let's get there.
Yeah,
How about,
I think
do you
you
mind
guys
if
can get there.
is this conversation working for you? I like having conversations.
How long are we doing this giveaway for?
Oh yeah, let's figure that out.
Are you willing to
37
donate?
minutes?
37 minutes.
Gotcha.
Are you willing to donate for more help?
Yeah, can we bring in some
Ooh, Desert
some
Bus
money?
for Health.
You
Yeah.
are helping people on a level of John.
Yeah,
Roderick
Cam and
here.
Kathleen give healthful advice.
Yeah.
Cam and Kathleen give healthful advice.
Sometimes
And
being
hopefully
in the
don't
beach
kill
podcast-
anyone because your bodies are all different and she'd
Yes.
probably listen to them.
Maybe go see a nutritionist as well. Just
Yeah,
saying.
no.
That's kind of
With
important.
regards
Please
to
don't
cutting...
think that thin always means healthy. Only you know what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
that's super important.
Yeah.
With
Yep.
regards to cutting things out completely, I think, as usual, Plato said it best.
Don't eat Play-Doh?
Yeah, don't eat Play-Doh.
Don't eat Play-Doh. I'm going to give Play-Doh up for Lent.
Oh, it's nothing but fiber, I'm sure.
Moderation in all things. Is that Plato?
What? No.
Moderation in all things.
Yeah.
Including moderation.
For those of you who already avoid soda, what do you drink? What is your vice? Asks Dix.
Fizzy water.
Blood.
Whiskey, beer, and fizzy water.
Americanos.
Yeah,
Yes.
I drink lots of coffee, lots of tea, lots of water.
There's a great
Water's pretty sweet. I'm
there's a-
discovering it myself.
Yeah, there's a great CGP Grey video. You know, the guy that does those neat, like, fun fact sort of videos
Right.
on YouTube about coffee.
Mhm.
And the TLDR of the whole thing is that there's nothing negative to a coffee addiction, and in fact, it's probably a good idea. There's negatives to coffee
Yay.
withdrawal if you don't have your coffee every day.
Oh my god, yes.
But there's no negative side effects of a coffee addiction.
Even the whole stomach acid thing has been shown to be proven a
Well,
psychosomatic.
Yeah.
No,
Well-
I like coffee, but if I drink like Tim Hortons coffee, it makes my stomach hurt.
I'm talking good coffee.
What about what about giving
But-
you like coffee breath?
But the point is, well, that's
just
that's
not
up to
brushing-
you.
that's not brushing your teeth.
Strictly better than nicotine breath.
Yes, but the point is, you can't just lattes and mochas.
Yeah.
Full of milk and
Yeah.
sugary things. So you got to find a balance. You can't just be like, oh, coffee's good. All right, Starbucks, I'll have a jumbo mocha frappy thing with chocolate chips and whipped cream.
Coffee good.
Work.
Anything with the word frap in it is something to be avoided because that's just like a
whether or
milkshake.
not it involves coffee.
Yeah,
anything
just
with the word frap.
Hey kid,
Yeah.
you want a frap?
Somebody was asking before.
Don't record your games with fraps.
Do not ask.
Stevia.
Do not ask Alex for
Record
back
your
frap.
video games with stevia.
No, sorry. Somebody's like, Stevia's the bus, and I'm like, yes, yes, it
Do
is.
we need this? Is this supposed to go somewhere?
Oh, that's
That
a
and
lot of
salvia.
options.
Put that in your
I think
coffee.
part-
What? I'm more of
Stevia
a,
and salvia coffee.
I'm more of a xylitol
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Gold frap's okay.
Freshens your teeth.
I'll just
What's up?
put that when
I'm gonna take off for the
It's
night.
making
Jared's rolling out.
It is earlier than usual. And
Adios,
I
Jared.
came here later than usual, but I have class in the morning, and I have lots of homework still to do because work kept me so long. So
Good luck,
yes,
Jer.
Yes, I will see you guys tomorrow in probably the afternoon, and then we will drive together into the sunset.
Yay. Somebody was asking repeatedly, should I just cut out pop altogether or should I limit it? No, have it like I enjoy having a diet soda. I don't drink regular sugary pop anymore because I find it just is not good for me.
I don't eat a lot of pizza, but when I do eat pizza, I really like a Coke. I don't know what that is, but Coke
Yeah,
and a
well,
pizza
it's the
meshes.
salt and sugar,
Yeah,
right? And
meshes
it's
really well.
Like that's fine, right?
Yeah.
Like don't do it every day. Don't like maybe once a week.
And
It's
cold
probably totally fine for you.
Cold brew coffee, honey no.
Really?
Cold brew
like
coffee.
cold brew. Sometimes.
Have you had what the parsonage does?
Not
their
the
cold brew.
parsonages.
Holy crap! They have like a giant tower.
It
of
looks like a wizard still.
like hand blown glass science that they run their cold brew thing through. It's
like one of
amazing.
those things.
Yeah, we were going to get some Black Blood of the Earth too, which I really want to
Drop
try
a
that
brick
out.
of MSG into your
Ooh,
coffee.
Dear Doctor's Fashion, what color undershirts have I get if I don't want or like to wear white? I like to wear black, blue, brown, and green.
Like by undershirts, do you mean like
I think
Something that should show or
Oh.
not?
Yeah, something that's showing. I think.
Depends what you're wearing over top of it, really. You should generally be wearing something lighter than what you're wearing over top of it.
Yeah.
And you know you can.
I have a $2 secret for the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone like my sweater?
Wait, what?
It's a foolie. There's no shirt on underneath this. It's just the sweater.
You wear a sweater of lies.
A foolie. I've never heard that
Yeah.
phrase before.
Well, because it's not a proper dickie. It's
Yeah.
they call them
Oh.
foolies.
That's really cute, actually. I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well,
Hey everyone, Andrew's heading off.
I am.
Oh.
I gotta go crash out for the night so I can be back here early tomorrow morning, and then I am in for the long haul until the end. So I'm gonna try and be in at 6 or 7 a.m., and then I'm gonna be here until sometime Friday morning, hopefully.
Since he's taken off, you know what that means.
Godspeed.
New batch of photos.
Yeah.
Work outside. Help yourselves. Photos.desertbus.org. Have a
Including
good night, chat.
Including the chat requested MySpace self-portrait.
Have a good night, everybody.
Night, Andrew.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bye.
later.
See ya.
As regards to like waistcoats, vests, I mean they can look great. I wore one when I was on my driving shift. General advice in like my attitude towards things is less is more. I wear a bow tie because I
Crave it.
well, yeah, I kind of like doing it, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Like it gets a lot of attention, and I'd rather not.
Is honey better than sugar?
I might say so.
In
I don't know,
different situations,
I-
each one is good for a different thing.
Calorically,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no, calorically they're both like straight sugar.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, honey has
Honey.
kind of a pleasant flavor.
Yeah, honey has some nutrients in it.
Honey,
so there's
yes.
that.
Yeah.
But from a nutritional aspect,
Like in terms of the sugars that are in it, you're not really getting anywhere.
sugar is
If you
identical.
sub in honey instead of sugar, you're not really getting anywhere in terms of
Yeah.
calories.
Yeah,
it
it's
tastes
just
nice though.
yeah,
and
it's,
honey
it tastes
also
nice.
is antibacterial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it keeps it safe for
Also,
the bees. Yeah,
most
safer.
importantly, it's covered in bees.
Also
Keys,
way
cut
more
back.
delicious.
Yeah.
Basically, buy the creamed honey. You can do anything with that.
Oh,
Anything.
The undershirt thing actually that got mentioned. If you like to wear like all these different colors and you're like, oh, I don't want to wear white, then yeah, I mean Cam's wearing gray. and he's wearing kind of an ash gray. You can like explore grays, look at like charcoal.
I hear there's about 50 shades.
Exactly. don't limit yourself to I'm going to only wear a black shirt. Try to wear like I'm wearing like kind of a darker charcoal shirt.
Charcoal.
I like charcoal a lot better than I like black because for some reason it doesn't feel like I'm trying to fade into the background. It seems like it's just kind of there.
So can I briefly interject with
absolutely.
a challenge here from Phil to say hi to my little one. She's 6, and thanks to you guys, she won't stop caramel dancing. Her name is Mila.
Hi, Mila.
Hello, Mila. Kathleen, there was a question that popped up in the chat that I feel you can probably help us with. It's a gentleman who says he relies on fast food because he doesn't know how to cook. Any advice on how to learn?
Ooh, I will do that as soon as Tally's done talking.
Yes, thank you. I just want to say goodnight. I realized once the buzz wore off that I am really tired. So I'm going to go sleep because we'll be back tomorrow afternoon or something and probably here till the end with Jeremy's shift. So thank you for an amazing driving shift. I'm sorry I crashed. Thank you for all the love and support. I suffered so hard for the children. It was miserable. I love you all. See you later. Have a good night, guys.
Good night, Tally. Drive safe. Bike safe.
Well, thank you. Actually, Brent's going to drive me.
Oh.
I sensibly thought,
That seems like a good idea.
Fair enough.
We've seen her drive. It's a precautionary measure.
Hey!
We're all
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Truth be told, I'm like a god-awful chef, which is terrifying because I work in a lab. So,
How do you cope?
I don't know. I'm bad at the improv.
Actually,
I have bad instincts
that's
about
fair,
what things will taste like. when
Well,
I cook.
actually, cooking is turning into more and more of a science.
Oh yeah.
Cooking is legit science. I
Yeah.
know more about chemistry because I like to cook than
Let
anything
me
else.
tell you about my sous vide.
Well, hold on. Let me give some. I don't know how to cook, but I want to learn how to cook advice. Cooking is really easy. There are some really good cookbooks that you can buy that are designed for ultimate novice chefs, and once you master the recipes within, then you can go on to more complicated things. There's many good blogs online that you can recommend and follow. Graham's mom actually got him a cookbook a while ago that was really good. It was called A Man, a Can, and a Plan.
I like that cookbook a lot. Like it's straight up like bachelor, but it's trying to make bachelor food like not horrible and unhealthy, and it's surprising how much you can do from a can. Did you know you can get chicken in a can?
Oh man, I heard a story about this.
No, bear with me. Like it's not actually awful, and it's basically like, all right, look. Here's the thing: you can get like cans of like tomato stuff and cans of this and cans of this and cans of this, and if you have to, use canned food and like to make like easy, like whatever, like at a moment's notice without having to go to the store and get fresh food, it is possible to have stuff that actually tastes good, looks good, and isn't horrible for you.
All right, so
It was the book was published by the Men's Health magazine.
let me tell you. Here are my basic tips.
I love that book.
Here are I will give you 5 basic, easy to make recipes. Okay, these are almost failure free, and all of them use lots of vegetables.
Oh god! Oh, no!
Not that kind. Not that kind of canned chicken.
Hey, scroll up.
I can't. It's going as fast as I can.
We'll tell you when it's over.
I'm talking about like you can get chicken in a can, like you can get tuna in a can.
Yeah.
Which is, I was like, chicken in a can? Oh wait, I get fish in a can all the time.
Yeah.
I guess that's not that weird to get meat in a can.
Okay,
It's gone now.
here are my 5 basic recipes. I'm not even going to give you portions because they're so easy to make. Okay, and if I mention noodles, if you are looking to lose weight and you want something that tastes like noodles but is much lower in calories, if you can find them in the section of your grocery store where they sell tofu and stuff. There's a thing called shirataki noodles, and they are the bomb. They are made of tofu and they taste exactly like noodles. You wouldn't even know if you didn't buy them. They're great. So
Made of tofu.
They're made of yam.
oh right, they're made of yam.
Yes.
Whatever. Sorry, but
And
they're
they have no calories.
they're great.
It's amazing.
And somebody's saying spaghetti squash as well. Spaghetti squash is slightly harder to cook with, though. So rice noodles are noodles. But that's my recommendation. So anyhow, here are Kathleen's ultimate foolproof recipes. 1. Stroganoff. Okay, take some noodles. Like a half a cup is of uncooked noodles, or 1 pack of shirataki is a good portion for a human. Then mix but what you'd want to do is make a big pot of this, and then you could have leftovers. So you take noodles and you cook them, and you put them to the side. You put a little like oil or butter in there so they don't stick together into one big tub of noodles.
Sorry, I've never tried the microwave cheeseburger, but I totally would. The canned cheeseburger. I would try it once.
Okay, then You put your noodles to the side, and you take, we'll say, 200 grams of ground turkey or extra lean ground beef, and you fry that up. And you add, I'm not even going to tell you to chop vegetables. And then you add to that onion powder and garlic powder, like a teaspoon of each, and some salt and pepper. And if you taste a bit of your meat, and you're like, that doesn't taste exciting enough for me, add more of that stuff, because you can't really overdo it on onion powder. Garlic powder maybe go a little easier on.
And Kathleen, are you fresh cracking that pepper?
I am fresh cracking that pepper.
You better damn believe it.
That is the correct move.
But, anyhow, once you're done that, then take a can of mushroom soup, mix that together into a goop, and then add noodles back into it until you have the consistency you're looking for. Homemade stroganoff, you'll have a ton of it, and then you can save it or portion it out or whatever, divide it in half.
And if you want to feel like a fancy bastard, pour a little bit of white wine in that while it's cooking too, and it'll give it like a weird flavor, and you'll feel so posh.
Mm-hmm.
He's not wrong.
All right.
Yeah, I love Alton Brown's cooking shows. By the way, a lot of people have been pointing out like
He's
Good
like
Eats.
Bill Nye for food.
Yeah, I love his stuff.
Okay, ultra easy recipe number 2. Take some rice. It can be brown rice or white rice. Keep in mind if you're cooking brown rice, it takes a lot longer.
Oh.
And then cook your rice. Instead of using water, use stock. Or use the regular amount of water and add 2 cubes of stock. Double the stock. Like they say 1 cube per 2 cups. And add a little bit of butter or margarine, and it will infuse your rice with an incredibly rich and delicious flavor.
Before it spills off, listen to Chemistry. Just Bento and Just Hungry are 2 fantastic food blogs.
Yes.
Awesome. I just made recipes from them last week. They were great. That's where I got the onigiri recipe.
My wife has been making me onigiri over and over again, and it's fantastic. I'm eating so much rice, which is not fantastic.
Just because someone was like I like that everyone's giving all this food advice, and Graham's like, I want to eat that canned cheeseburger. I don't like go out of my way.
Maybe after World War III, man.
I don't go out of my way for this sort of stuff, but here's the thing. If Kathleen makes something that is healthy or whatever, I will eat it. I'm not going to eat something that tastes like crap, but what she's describing is stuff that is healthy and tastes really, really good.
Okay.
I'm backing you up here.
Oh yeah, I'm a good cook, but I've developed this skill over years. Not everything you make is going to be delicious right away. I've made some things that taste terrible, and that's what microwave pizza is for, right?
Ugh.
Or not microwave pizza, oven pizza is for. If you make something gross, everybody makes mistakes. So you take your rice, your like delicious chicken stocky rice, and as before, you put it to the side. Okay. I'm telling you how to make basically like casseroles and stuff like that. Serve all of these with a side salad, by the way. Don't eat like a plate of macaroni or whatever like that. Eat half a plate of macaroni and half a plate of salad.
Then you don't have to cook tomorrow.
Then, while your rice is cooking, or once your rice is cooked, take a chicken breast and cook it on a stovetop. And you say, oh, but Kathleen, chicken breast is always really dry and gross when I cook it. Yes, chicken breast is really easy to cook well, but it doesn't look that good. Take a high-sided pan, put your chicken breast in there, and put like half a cup of water in there and cover it with tin foil. I'm deadly serious. And then it will cook. Like, it won't look amazing and brown, but you can brown it afterwards. But by the time you've cooked it through, all the water and steam will stay in the pan. You'll get delicious chicken juice at the bottom of your pan. And then also, the steam will keep your chicken moist and keep it from turning into dry crap, because chicken breast is extremely, extremely easy to make dry and awful.
That's actually how my mother fries sausages, is she puts like a quarter cup or half cup of water in there and covers it, because that helps cook them all the way through.
That's how I cook my sausages, too.
Sausages.
Yeah. You're not boiling the chicken, though. Don't put like 4 cups of water in there. It's just just enough to cover the bottom of the pan.
Yeah, if you have a George Foreman grill, that's great. I don't have a George Foreman grill. This is very easy. This is like stuff that you have at home, like a pan and tin foil. And then you can cook some broccoli. A really good way of cooking broccoli is legitimately wash it, put it in a bowl, and steam it in the microwave.
Yeah.
Very, very fast.
So easy.
And do you see where I'm going with this? Then you take your chicken, you chop it up, you mix it with your broccoli and your fragrant steamed rice, and you have chicken and broccoli and rice. It should be heavy on the broccoli and chicken and light on the rice, and you have a delicious broccoli casserole. You don't even have to serve that with a side salad.
Yeah.
Yay! Or
a lot of problems people have with vegetables is that, like, when you were kids, you would just get, like, your vegetables with dinner, and they would have been, like, dumped in a pot with water and boiled until they were, like, gray and rubbery.
Or they
and
were,
that's,
or they were started off
That's
frozen.
not what vegetables
Yeah.
Oh,
And then went to
frozen
that.
vegetables. Ew.
yeah. Like you just like honestly, you wash that bus, you shake it out, throw it in a pan, steam it like briefly until like you'll notice like broccoli, it's kind of dull colored when it's raw.
We get bright.
Yeah, it'll get bright green, and that's
so pretty.
That's what you're looking for is that bright green
You
color
love
with
the look of
broccoli.
your food when it happens.
Yeah.
I like frozen vegetables, like bags of frozen vegetables, because I find they're easy to keep
Peas.
for certain things.
Frozen
no,
peas
I
are
know.
legit.
They're
Yeah.
good. It's like because and it has to depends, right? Like frozen spinach. I don't know so much about that.
You can freeze spinach without it going all wilty and
Well,
weird?
it does go
You
all weird
cannot.
and wilty. That's the problem.
What I found with spinach actually is that another thing somebody pointed out is if your last experience with it with cooked vegetables was like a few years ago when you were a teenager, as you age, your tastes change. When kids like things with lots of sugar in them because you do not have a developed bitter palate. That's why it takes you a long time to develop a taste for things like beer and scotch and coffee. When you get older, you will start to like things you didn't like before because they
Straight up
tasted
science.
way too strong. So give it another shot. To preserve spinach, sometimes I find when I get the clamshells, because I live alone, is that you put it in like, you steam the entire clamshell, you roll it tight with like a paper towel to squeeze all the water out of it, you cut it up, and you throw it in like a, you freeze it in a plastic bag, and you take it out, and you like fire it into the microwave with a little like soy sauce on it, some sesame seeds, bam.
Actually, okay. So favorite one of mine. Steam your sauce, or you blanch it. You can blanch a lot of spinach.
Mm-hmm.
Then what you do is when you take all that out, because you have to blanch, you have to use boiling water to do that. So blanch it for about 30 to 45 seconds. Pour all that off, or at least get everything out of the pan, and then you crush it in paper towels to get all the water. And now you have a lump of spinach, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what you do is you make a sauce out of peanut butter and soy sauce. Add a little bit of sugar to that. You just don't need much sugar. If you're using peanut butter, it has no sugar in it.
Yeah, no, you don't put the foil in the pan. You cover the pan with foil to keep the water and the steam in.
You can also just use a lid if you have a lid that fits your frying pan, but not many people have that, so no many. Anyway, so peanut butter and soy sauce and sugar, make a little thing out of that, mix it together really, really good, and then put that over top of your spinach. That's called goma ae.
Yeah.
If you want to make something Japanese, goma ae. Spinach with a peanut butter and soy sauce and a little bit of sugar in there to sweeten it a little bit. It's wonderful.
All right. Anyhow.
Donation giveaway
well,
thing
I think
update.
all of this has been really exciting.
Oh snap!
We should probably stop talking about cooking and healthy recipes because this is not the Cam and Kathleen give healthful
Ian
advice.
No, it's Cam and
fine, I'm out
Kathleen
then.
give healthy advice, and Ian and Beej butt in.
That was good.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Even harmonized.